Welcome to Let's Talk. Today's Let's Talk topics are Derrick Jaxn, Stimmys and taxes, and finally, financial literacy. I'm Contrell.
I'm Nicole.
Rocks. Kiana.
I rocks with rocks. I said I was gonna say that.
I straight legit rocks.
I got that from you.
How does I said that? Yeah, I did. I rocks with rocks.
I definitely.
That's my girl, yo. I'm that girl, yeah. The Shay on here.
Hey Shay.
Hey, Shay.
Hey, Shay.
Hey cousin. Hey.
We got
Kai.
14. Just need one more, and we good to go.
Yeah, share this video or something. Tell your people to come in. We know we're running late. We are so sorry. We could not find the Wi-Fi password. Plus, it's my sister's birthday too.
That's the reason.
So if you on here, sis, Mill Brown, Mildred Brown, happy birthday.
Birthday.
Happy
Hi, Josh. One time for the birthday.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
We love you too, Lachey. I got your job today. I'm reading the comments. Clearly.
I be liking that job.
Here, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay. I do.
Yeah, we need 2 more people to join the live so we can start, man. Come on.
Are
One
you
more
sure?
time, join live.
Are you sure?
I'm trying to find the song.
I can't share this. If I can share it, I get it off of you.
What you say, woman?
If I can share it, I get it off of you.
What you, oh, you
It
can't.
done went down to 10.
She ain't right live on your
Right
page. Is this your page?
Yeah, we definitely supposed to be.
No.
Right there.
What I smell burning?
That's me.
That's my leg. That's
Mhm.
my leg, yeah.
No, it ain't.
What's your name?
It's somebody blowing.
The
She
one
said,
on
he said Jermaine. Your boy said
I don't
Jermaine.
see that on her.
Okay, y'all, so we getting ready to start with a current topic, and everybody know about this topic already. What's his name? It's your boy.
Derrick Jaxn.
She telling me to look this dude up. He talking so good, and
How did y'all
you
hear
know,
about
I be
Derrick Jaxn?
listening to Ace Metaphor. You know, I be listening to Ace Metaphor. You know, he be giving good relationship advice, and I looked at him one time. I was like, I wonder if all these dudes who do this are like narcissistic. I don't mean to say that about Ace, but Mr. Jaxn. Derrick Jaxn, he got caught cheating with his wife, and you know, it was people on
And
Facebook.
likely.
That's because he, that's because he was going against the code. He was, dogging dudes off for doing what they do,
Yeah.
and was doing what they do. Facts. Yeah. What they say, don't, people live in glass houses, don't throw stones or something like that.
Right.
Yeah. The thing about it is, he was the same man that he was talking about. He was that man. Like, he's that man that he's warning all the women to stay away from. That's how you.
That's how he was
so
at Tracy
cold.
because people did it was him.
I knew it with these type of guys, but my thing is today is the fact that I saw one of our talkers. They actually wrote it out, and then I saw on a couple people pages saying how she looked on the damn thing where she was looking
Homely.
crazy to
She
me,
looked
looking
homely.
homely.
She looked
Talking about that's probably why he was cheating, that she needed to look better and all of this shit. And I'm like, that girl didn't look like that. I don't even watch TV and be into stuff like that. To be honest, I know we got the talk show, but I'm just saying I don't normally do that. But I looked up the girl and I'm like, that girl don't look homely. She
Look, when to be doing a live interview on TV, that's cool for everyday life. But I wouldn't represent Jermaine like that.
you represent the motherfucker.
I would represent myself like
No.
that. I wouldn't even give a damn about the man. I'm not gonna represent myself.
Okay, that's cool that y'all saying that, but when a nigga cheating, cause I done been there, it puts you through depression. You either gain weight, you lose weight, you look in the motherfucking mess. You don't
Exactly. So the last
So
thing
she
you
on
do-
there.
To be looking like that.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
No, the last thing I'm gonna wanna do, I'm not gonna get in front of no camera. If I'm
But
really
these
feeling like that,
manipulators, they got your mind though. So shit, he probably like, man, let's go on here because you know we got to make this money. Just go on here.
Okay.
Just let them know.
that's where the line drops.
Okay,
That's
that's
what
what we saying until we in that situation. I goddamn say.
Who ain't ever been in a situation?
Exactly.
Everybody been in a situation.
Cause baby, I don't have 5 kids in no situation like that. What are you saying?
Well, that's cool. But what I'm saying is we're talking about, you don't know about the situation. The dude.
You do. Yes, you do. But I don't even know you.
So basically, the dude that got caught cheating or whatever, he was one that's telling all the dudes, basically putting the girls on game and telling them don't take the shit from dudes that's cheating or whatever. But they did it because he got caught up, so they did an interview with him and his wife. she's pretty to me, but on the interview, she was kind of like real, like she had on a bonnet. She had on a bonnet. You know, she was just dressed down.
I don't think
she
I
was dressed comfortable.
I'm just saying.
I wouldn't did a live interview like that, but she did, so whatever. So basically, the argument is, some dudes think if you let yourself go like she did, they said that it was part of the reason why he was cheating.
But come on now, we're talking about this video only. Where else did y'all see this girl looking
Some
like
girls
that?
just let themselves go, let themselves
She
go.
was flawless sometimes.
Yeah, I looked her up and I ain't seen her looking like that.
Okay.
So this girl is in a state of fucking depression.
No, that's true. But
And
one thing
What y'all think? What y'all think? Put it in the comments.
So basically, do you feel like if your girl let herself go, is that okay for you to cheat? Hell no, man.
Some girls do let themselves go.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna say I let myself go, but I did get comfortable to the point where
Yeah, you ain't even finna eat.
I did.
Completely for real, Rod. Like completely. Like
I did.
Okay, well let me. I just want to. No.
I know. You can't even say yeah to this. Like this is what
Well,
I'm.
she
This is
said
what I'm
you
saying.
saw the picture of her weight loss, correct? You saw that she was like heavy. Like when I met Rock, she was like this. I met her probably like 16 years ago. My daughter 18. She was small like she is now. She did gain a lot of weight, but I do feel like a man. I don't give a fuck. Like I don't need to let myself go. Depending on what people get, thyroid disease and diabetes and all type of stuff.
But
if that's not the case, I understand.
The way that I said I let myself go.
Well, I'm just giving her an example.
No, because I like stopped getting my hair done. I wasn't putting no clothes. I was always in sweatpants. I just wasn't me.
Was you in a different mental space when it was going on?
Like,
See, and this is where I wanted to touch on with this whole situation. Like, a lot of women, y'all, we look like how we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we honestly really look how we feel. If we feel fucked up, depressed, like we ain't worth shit, and like, you know, it tends to come through our appearance. That's just what it is. I don't feel like there's anything else.
Like for instance, look at us today. We look fire as fuck because we feel good as fuck. Look at us. Like,
That's that good.
We dressed down.
Why do people?
We dressed down. But these two were flawless. We still look good, but we just
no, you talk about yourself. I look good. You say
we still look good.
I'm flawless. I'm flawless.
All of us look good. All of us look good. And we don't have not an Arab woman on this panel that is not flawless. The fact of the matter is that I think people need to pay more attention to the fact that when you're mental, I don't care if you're a man, woman, child, however, when your mental is not in alignment.
That's not true because I'm devastated in my life, but I don't look like you.
No, and you know what? Okay.
And I'm very
This is a perfect example of even bringing that up.
My heart is
But
broken.
everybody don't go through this. That's some
true.
shit.
That's true too.
No, for real, honestly, and I applaud you as a mother. It's like seriously, that's some. But a lot of us don't know how to get through that like you do. You get what I'm saying? Because I swear to God, if that shit happened to me, I wouldn't even be here today. Like how you just stand strong and tall, I don't feel like I would be able to do that. You know what I'm saying?
And so what she's talking about is, I don't know if y'all just listened, but we just actually did a balloon release for Nicole. Nicole, she's one of our quieter panel members, but seriously though, we did just do a balloon release. She lost her son about a year ago, so prayers for her. And that's what Kiana is talking about right now, how strong she is. You know, her son was killed, gun violence. So, you know, like for her to even be here doing this with us, like it's a blessing because some people they can't take nothing like that. I don't even want to know how it feels. So.
It's a blessing because we showed it.
Right, so.
Okay.
Nicole don't like talking.
She be like,
Okay.
But anyway, is it? If we let ourselves go as females, is it a reason? Do y'all have a good reason to cheat? That's what we're getting into, basically. Right? Is there giving them a reason to cheat?
oh yeah, letting yourself go, giving them a reason to cheat. Because we talking about a girl on the video with a bonnet on and glasses. I was just, the lady.
People cheat because they want to cheat. It's not something you're doing. That's how I feel. It's not something you're doing, but women do let themselves go. Men do too, but women do let themselves go because I feel like, why is she, you know, I say that sometimes to myself.
I said that before. So I don't think everybody ain't gonna look fire every day. It's not pretty every day, but you gotta make yourself look.
It hurts to look pretty.
But wait a minute. I want to flip it for 1 second.
Girl, 2 or 3 days.
I want to flip it for 1 second. They gonna be looking
visual signs.
That's why, because when it hurt in a way, this was like this, it come down like that for.
Who fucking hurt that much? They got that's too much.
Apparently some people.
You got too interested. Okay, anyway.
Go fucking
Back to what we were saying. I feel like you should love a person regardless, but I don't feel like somebody should let themselves go. So if I look a mess some days, please love me then. If I gain a few pounds, help me work it off. That's all I'm saying.
People can be happy and look a mess. It's just how they feel, how they want to look. They can.
Sister,
I go out.
Mental ask you a question.
Yeah.
Let me ask my sister a question. Because this is where bewilders me. Can I use the word bewilder? Anyway, my sister just lost her son a year ago today, right? Or a few days ago. Okay. She on her flawless. Like she got her shit together. Like she keep herself together. And that's not to say that it's not a reflection of how she feels, because I know that she feels internally what's going on. But she's not sitting here on this live looking fucked up. How the fuck she feel? I'm just saying.
I didn't mean to.
I'm just trying to understand. She's
When it's
not.
acceptable to look fucked up, is what you get to. Like,
No, I'm saying that.
I would just say this: prayer works. It works for me. It works for me. And I just tell myself I just can't be that person that the devil wants me to be.
Right.
Because I know my
You're
God
not
is stronger.
succumbing to that whole. Yes, and that's what goes back to. And I'm not like, I don't want this to get misconstrued with what I'm saying about sis. Look at how she looked on the video, because that has nothing to do with anything. Like, cause she could honestly, seriously feel fucked up like that in her internal, and that's just how it came out. You know what I'm saying? All I'm saying is that it's about what you do with what you're going through. It really is. It's about what you do with what you're going through. And it's hard. Like, it's not easy to just be going through some shit and just give a fuck about your hair, or give a fuck about your face, or your shoes and your clothes and what you're going through. And that's not easy, because a lot of times you can find yourself lost in that space and it doesn't even matter, you know? But at the same time, it just only shows like how much of our mental can affect our everyday life. Like, it can really affect our everyday life, y'all. Like, seriously. Sis is she just looked like she was in a sunken place to me. That's my opinion. She looked like she was really seriously in a sunken place, and that she really just wanted her situation to work out. And there's nothing wrong with it, because we all as humans, especially as women, y'all, stop playing. We go through issues and problems with these men that we, you know, be willing to forgive and accept and be, you know, just willing to move on with life. She just doing it publicly. That's the only
Right, Lachey, he is a lame jerk doing all
Yeah,
that.
she was Lachey said basically he got caught up in the lane, he got caught up in the internet, and he wanna do what he wanna do.
So we got how we feel. How do you
She
feel
didn't
about
want to
that?
say
So you honestly feel like, you know, it don't mean people don't really, their physical appearance has nothing to do with their mental? Because I think it do.
I don't know.
Well,
I go
But that's just you out of
purposely.
But I mean, that's you out
I
of
just feel like she's a perfect person,
But
to
she can
speak
pull it
on
off.
this type of thing. Yeah, like, because she's going through a lot, and she's still, you know,
I just say dress how you want. I do it all the time.
and I'm not knocking nobody else.
The bonnet.
go outside.
Yeah, I don't know outside the bonnet.
You know, I wear a bonnet sometimes because if I'm grocery shopping, I don't want my hair all down here.
Look at the ponytail.
see, I do think that your dude can lose interest. And if he expressed to you that he's not sexually attracted to you because A, Y, and Z, and he's willing to help you and you don't want to work on it, I don't think it's cheap, but...
So did all that happen?
So we understand.
This is the thing. Was there a conversation?
But we can ask the guy what he feels.
Yeah, we can ask the guy what he feels.
We not dudes.
And we have our special guest today. He's actually going to sit here and talk to us about this subject here, and then he's also going to sit through financial literacy as well. We got Harlan F., Mr. Get Money. We want to welcome Harlan.
Hey, what's going on? Alcohol in the chair and everything?
Okay, y'all, welcome Harlan. He's one of our talkers. He's been lacking, though. He doesn't have all his
I've been getting
badges.
it in lately.
Oh, okay. Last 3 days he's been putting in posts, but the last 3 months we don't know where he's been doing. No, but seriously, he is the owner of
St. Louis Saints.
the St. Louis Saints. If y'all kids, I think the open enrollment or registration is closed right now, but the next season will be started. So if you all have any children, boys and girls, right?
Yep, I got
And they do.
football, basketball, track, you name it, we got it.
Right. So, but what we got that down. But what we want to know from you right now is like, how do you feel about a female? If a female lets themselves go, which I don't even think old girl from the Jackson's wife, you know, the Derrick Jaxn, I don't think that video had anything to do with anything. I know she shouldn't have went live like that, blah, blah, blah. But I feel like her mental state put it there. What we want to know from you is, do you feel like if women let themselves go, based on other people's opinions about that particular live, should a man cheat?
I ain't seen it, nigga, but I don't think it's right for the man to cheat just because now she let herself go for a certain health reason. Yeah,
I'm not sure.
that's different.
See.
But you just not putting forth the effort and not getting it in. Sure, you know.
She said I'm trying to.
That's right, nigga. She's gonna cheat no matter what.
They don't.
So,
Take it so far. I'm sorry.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
What's your opinion? You say you don't think it's okay, but you know you said
No,
if she
what I
is
said was
simply-
this. If it's a medical issue, a reason why she got bigger, that's understandable. But you're just not trying to put forth the effort to try to keep it in, and sitting around and eating all day long. It's a little different. For me, it's a little different.
I can dig it.
You dig it?
But you don't think it's right to cheat, though, right?
I mean,
You would tell her first,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
No,
You tell her.
first. Okay.
You gotta let her know, though.
Right.
let them
That
know
you
that.
got to cheat?
No.
I'm gonna be honest.
No.
What way?
You talking about all passes?
Wait a minute. You gotta let her know that.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, I'll let
go.
her go that, yeah, let her know that, yeah.
Do y'all really do that though? Like for real?
I ain't gonna lie.
Y'all legit just be like.
When I told game weight, he did. He told me, yeah.
I said, okay, we gotta do something about this.
And he tried it, and he did his best to help me. Like he was taking me to the gym, working out. Yeah.
Okay.
But I wasn't ready to
Do
lose.
that?
I wasn't ready to lose weight. I mean, I knew I was weight, but I wasn't ready. I hadn't ready. He tried to help me. You know, like they tried to help me.
No, for real. That's what's happening to me. My dude been like.
That's what's happening to you now. You think you are not? What are you
like
talking
No,
about?
what I'm saying is like, stop playing. Like, you know that I'm
Like,
but
it's
anyway,
good.
right
But
now,
it's good.
my dude's been like, let's go to, like, he's been like my whole trainer. Like, come on, babe, like, you want to gym?
That's cool, but you're not fat though.
He never said that.
Oh,
Nobody
okay.
ever said
She
that.
said when she gained weight, that's what we was talking about.
That's what she told
Like,
me.
That's what
But
I
she gained weight too, so she
Yeah,
did.
like almost 20 pounds.
Well, I just said some weight look good on people is what I'm saying, and I'm saying like
That's not what we're talking about, though. We're
that's
talking
what I'm
about.
talking about. I'm saying like people saying gaining weight. To me, gaining weight means you fat. Like
No, but remember, like the
So you
whole
call me fat?
to me,
I was fat. No, I was
you
fat.
said fat when you gain weight. First thing, you're not fat though.
No, y'all gotta remember the subject of the matter is us talking about them telling us. That's what we were talking about. We were talking about them telling us to come to us and saying, hey, I think, you know,
Yeah.
you might want to do something about, you know, that's what we were talking about.
What?
I don't think most women accept that like that. Though. Let's be real. When a dude say something like that, we get offended. It depends on how they say it. Cause I'm just speaking on women I talk to now. I can't. It's only 4 of us right now. So if all of y'all agree that every man in the world tell their gal in a nice way
That's not
that they
what
fat.
That's why Harlan
dudes don't say they want. Some dudes don't want to hurt their feelings.
Yeah, because some girls will hold it against them.
When they hurt their feelings, cheat.
I mean, sometimes they don't
Right, that's what
I mean,
But they don't supposed to, you don't supposed to
you
get
guys
caught
guys
fucking
don't
cheating.
look at like that.
You go and fuck the bitch who ass looking right for you, and then you don't tell her, hey girl, guess what I did? Like, you didn't lose weight, so guess what? I hit Toya yesterday, baby. No, they don't do that. They just go hit Toya.
They told you to come out.
That's period. Like, that's what they do. But, so Harlan, what you say, Harlan? Because I don't think we...
Let me say this. Well, let's backtrack for a minute because Morgan and Nicole don't really know the situation that how we got here.
Okay.
Basically, to kind of sum it up real fast, dude was one of them. He was a hater towards dudes. He was breaking dude code, like telling every girl like, if the nigga cheat, leave him alone. He ain't gonna change. Blah blah blah. At the same time, he was cheating on his wife.
That's crazy.
But to fast forward, after he got caught up, because he had his bitch loving him. But fast forward though, once he did all that, he made a name for himself and everything. He got caught up cheating.
Yeah.
So now him and his wife are in because he want to apologize to everybody because he fucked up.
turn.
But the thing is, his wife came on an interview. She was dressed real homeless. She had a bonnet. She looked cool, but I would have came like that. But she was.
Well, you can tell she was a beautiful woman.
She wouldn't dress like that.
She just looked like she didn't give a fuck about her.
Some dudes, some girls feel like it was that might have been the reason why he cheated because she ain't glammed up like these other hoes. Not hoes. Sorry, other females. But yeah, so.
I mean, to me, all that makeup and stuff is not even cute anyway. Like, I don't like a natural face.
And who's to say that even happened before? Maybe you stressed me the hell out to where I don't even care. You know, like, who's to say that
He like, babe, we gotta get this money. Just come on in so I can
You know what? That's just the fact that you said that because I feel like if you wear makeup every single day, it take away from you. Like, that's why I put my lashes on every day because if I don't have them on and y'all see me on time, but I don't have them on, y'all like, she look different.
Yeah.
I don't want to look different. So makeup takes away from me. So maybe she was the type that wear makeup, dressed up all the time. So this time when she didn't do it, now she look different to everybody.
At least she's still...
well, I'm Jaxn. You? But at the same time, while we're doing the video of us talking about you fucking another bitch, I'm just not. That's just me. I don't know about any other women, but at the end of the day, that's just me. I'm not gonna go on camera and talk about you fucking another 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different bitches. Wow. I'm
That's
just
what I mean.
saying that, or I'm not saying nothing. I'm not going on at all. Just leave me alone. I want no points of it.
He said, this comes from a dude, he said he don't think that's cool to cheat because of that reason.
It's not. It's not. It's so
Well,
weird.
so we're gonna move on to
But hold
our
on, one
next
more second. Get that comment. No, get the comment.
Lachey said, I think she's always been homely, and he liked it until he got hip to the internet chicks. But when you look, well, I guess since he been on the internet, she been looking better, because I looked her up, Shay, and she was looking cute.
I got this video.
Yeah, look at the video.
I'm glad he got busted that one. He on everybody else.
Lachey said, I be looking
Jay said that she's been through this, and she said a tiger never changes his stripes, and she said never changes his stripes, and she said that he was actually cheating before they even got married. I didn't look that deeply into it. Like I said, I don't be like watching certain stuff, but from what they told me, that's super fucking embarrassing. Like for real. So LJ Johnson, what's up, LJ? That's one of our active talkers.
Oh, LJ. Hi, LJ.
Did you get any back to share, LJ?
He
He said helping is one thing that's encouraging you, unless you're being forced. So right, like Kiana, she was saying her dude help her, and she be like, all right, girls, gotta go to the gym, bye. You know, like he wakes up in the morning and he does go with her and help her and encourage her. That's different than the motherfucker saying some crazy shit. So
what's crazy shit? What you think crazy? What you think shouldn't be said?
Bitch, you fat.
No, for real.
Wait, I be like, bro, you think I'm fat? You be like,
that should not be said.
what time you want to be at the gym? It's like he'll figure out a way to be like, you know what I'm saying, to not say, but be like,
And clearly some
I'm just like, he can be like,
Shay, and just
But
let
I don't like
have a
it.
reason.
Because
It's good.
a part of me is feeling like,
But what they don't
so
understand is,
you feel like I'm just a hot mess, or you feel like, why are you even going this hard to even like help me? Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, a part of me just feel like, why are you even?
So
No, because he don't want to be with somebody that.
No.
Jay Thomas says some don't know how to say what's wrong. Jay says some don't know how. Some don't. I think I'm getting old. Y'all need to wear my glasses.
I'm sorry. It's not
What you say?
That was her from Beaumont. I didn't know Beaumont. I'm just playing.
I went to
Look,
Parkway Center.
yeah, I'm just playing. All my people graduated from Best Shine, so don't get it.
No, I graduated from Belleville.
I said my people.
We ain't your people.
I'm talking about my family. I didn't even graduate from no damn Best Shine.
And I went to
I can't
I'm talking about my mama and my sister
Something.
and all of that. But I'm proud. I went to McClure. I want to know. Guess what? 20 year reunion. I'm old as hell. Anyway, so Nick said, I'm
That's my
screaming.
Where is he?
Okay, yeah, for real. So Nick said there are so many valid and lovable people who are fat, have health issues or disabilities, various body types. I've seen people love people of so many different kinds, and I've seen a lot of petty folks too. And they're likely relating their partner's relative attractiveness to their own self-worth and image to others. I totally agree with that because we chubby Nick. And we are. Nah, I love Nick.
Oh,
We got that relationship. I know.
Oh.
I know Nick. Matter of fact, Nick graduated with me 20 years. I want to know one, Nick. But anyway, we doing for real, we are doing our reunion right now. But seriously, you are absolutely right. Shay said she was embarrassed by his actions and she didn't care anymore. She was over it. Right.
She checked out.
Jay said that man nationally embarrassed her. So I guess she should have nationally embarrassed him. No, put it on the body. No, I'm just playing.
She did it.
I'm just playing.
But she did.
Yeah.
But he could have said something before they got on fucking camera.
He said, what up, cut.
He seen her.
You know what? Maybe it just would have simplified the whole situation.
Let me see. Any more comments, y'all? We about to move on to the next one.
Why you like this?
It's cool
Can't
though.
wait for it, like, let's get it.
Now we're sorry.
They dancing off camera.
Yeah, they practicing because they finna dance for y'all. Matter of fact, especially the cold.
Straight party.
We don't play this song. You gonna dance to it right before we start this?
She said, "What's up?" She said, "What's up?" Yeah, you should tell her your thing.
Kiana's a dancer too, y'all. She gonna.
Telling people that.
Okay, so
don't be shy, you a dancer. I got some dollars.
yes, a total clown cuz that's Kylie Friere. That's one of our other ladies. We got Shay and Kylie online. They couldn't make it tonight.
What up, cuz?
So yeah.
Shay said, "Get your fat ass up and go to the gym."
Right, Shay. And Shay, you helped me lose 42 pounds before. What you? My cousin Shay, she's going through something.
And
myself.
LJ got his second order of body butter.
Yeah, she slipped it off the other day. That's definitely. Thanks, LJ, for your support.
And use it, LJ.
Thank you. LJ
Got his second order of body butter.
Yes, thank you, LJ, for your support. Keep me updated on your beard growth, please, sir. And with the dancing thing, first of all, the reason why. No, hold on, because I feel like I need to go.
I can't wait till she live. Go ahead.
No,
Go ahead, because I can't.
Yeah, let's see how this goes. First of all, I want to clear the air on the whole situation. Because people think
Dancer, not a stripper.
that's what I was going to speak on. The first thing people think, she said she has to say. See, you know what? This proves my point. The first thing that people think is, oh, dancer, stripper. No, I've never did that shit in my life. Not, for everybody else to do it, okay, whatever that's for you. But no, like I'm actually like an actual dancer. Jazz, tap dance, ballet. Like I'm an actual dancer in real life.
Once a dancer, always a dancer.
Yeah, not stripper.
Yes,
That's the difference.
LJ, you don't have to do a sorority bliss shout out somewhere else. Princess.com, everybody can punch your beard body or whatever. She got all soap, whatever. But
She got it all.
He's a very great supporter.
He out here talking about my beard feels awesome. That's what he said.
I know.
We talking about me and cheap, but we know your girl ain't no cheap because he got that soft beard.
You in?
But they finna dance. What that song get
We're
control?
not dancing.
Oh, shut shit down. Still no word dance.
Let go. What?
Sounds like what?
Show me your dancing.
Like, wait, what? Wait, what?
We ain't talking about our subject yet.
Because the song I asked you to put it up, honey.
It was already in
That
there.
ain't the right one.
I couldn't come. It's mine. Get money. Bitches get money.
Nah, this one is.
My DJ day is over.
So anyway, y'all, I know everybody been filing their income tax and shit. I just sent the girl my stuff the other day because I don't know what's going on. I know people who saying that they did not get their income taxes back and they filed early and like they Stimmys.
Let me tell you. I always file early. I filed on January 28th. It was accepted on February 12th. Still processing.
Really?
I used to work for the IRS, y'all, and this is just recently, as just maybe a month and a half ago. I was working for them for 7 years. I was an IRS employee.
Can you do my taxes?
Yeah.
But she charges $763.
I do not, but
I'm just
okay. What I will tell you is, y'all, don't ever file before the first day that the IRS is accepting taxes. Do not do that. That's going to put your tax return on an automatic hold. Everybody thinks that if they do that, then it's going to get their shit filed, like, faster and quicker. Opposite. Don't do it. Wait until the accepting day that they start accepting tax returns. And on that day, file your shit. But before that, do not. Please don't. That's just a recipe for disaster for your shit to be put on hold.
I stay filing early, but she didn't tell me that.
Yeah.
I had to find out the hard way.
I didn't know you did it.
And then the thing is, when you call, because I called in to check my mind, they be acting like it's a problem. That's my money. I want it. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I got savings, but I want my money.
So
That's why it's important to save. To put money in.
It is. Y'all gotta stop depending on these income taxes and
and then he's
like,
It's a transition.
that's what you
Right. You got your taxes.
I haven't filed.
Okay. I just.
That just you know what? See, this right here goes to show you how you not that dependent on this bitch. You know what I'm saying? You so comfortable, in your situation financially to work. You failing or not failing, it's not gonna move you either way.
Yeah,
It's not. And
But
that's how
no,
we supposed to
that's not true. Because it's not for me. You wait either. I got a savings however. I have anxiety. I want my shit. Yeah, I'm just like,
I've never really got much back.
But it ain't messing up your lifestyle.
it ain't. I
Exactly.
be stressing myself out.
Right.
But I still be wanting my money because come on.
I do too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nobody saying everybody wants their money. What the hell wrong with that?
But real
Once
talk,
they
what's
ain't
my
got it.
deadline so I can file before that day?
It's normally April 15th. April 15th through 17th is the deadline. So
It's
get
still
your shit.
17th this year.
Okay, because every year
Have going on
She
me.
said, look, the coach said, seriously?
Where's okay? We need Kai so she can just like smooth transition. We need Shay.
I gave her transition.
We need bigger finger. We need
transition.
We need Yon Cherie.
We need Yon Cherie. Not Yon. Yon Cherie, cause baby, yeah, Yon Cherie, she comes with it.
Okay, y'all, seriously though. So how many of y'all actually got a budget for real? Do y'all budget?
I don't
or
have
do
a
y'all
budget.
just pay our bills like as
I don't budget, but however, Jermaine budgets out 3 months out. He budget, he practice shit on paper. If he out for anything, he's practice shit all over again.
I feel like the song
And
spin
then
that shit.
he did no pad out, and he be like, did you see the pad? And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, he budget like 3 months out.
That's cute.
Yeah. I'd rather just pay shit as it come in.
Or you got a budget in your family?
We sure do. Nice.
You heard.
He said, well,
They
Screw up, son. I don't think
what
they
you
should.
say?
they spend in my household. They don't believe the same way.
Y'all do a lot of shit. Like,
Tina, you better be
In my younger days, I
Fine
swear
shit.
I did not believe in saving money. Because I'd be like, shit, we live in St. Louis, you don't know when you can die. You know what I'm saying? As long as I have enough to cover a funeral, you know what I'm saying? I'm good.
I always say enjoy yourself but still have a little.
Come to a funeral. Okay, I'm glad you
You
said
made
that.
it
I'm glad you said that.
Yes.
Who has life insurance on themselves and
That's
their
why I
children?
said that.
And life from her, she don't know about it.
I don't.
When you get cash in real soon.
Does people really not have life insurance?
Yeah.
I don't, but I got
Yeah.
my kids.
You
When
see
you cash in real
those
soon.
funds, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
cause you gonna wanna kill them. What can I say?
Y'all got life insurance on y'all families.
Yeah.
She said awareness of spending habits. It is.
What she
Awareness of
say?
spending habits. Let me tell you this. We even budget. What's the good word to say? We even budget cause then,
I'm screaming.
I mean, we,
Y'all got a weed budget?
yeah, because like,
Everything needs to be
It's
even
unpopular.
the weed.
A weed?
That shit got the for real. And my sister, the weed.
No, for real.
Like for real, Carl, for real. Like that shit matters. No, for real. Like y'all, that shit fucking matters, girl. Like for real.
I'm serious.
Cause I be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm just gonna keep it a G. You know? It's a lot of people that probably won't admit this. Y'all know y'all going through this shit or have or whatever, but I'm the one to tell you. Okay?
Bro said a weed budget.
I don't have one.
It ain't just weed. It could be
my
food.
brother,
It could be food.
So
It
question.
could be weed. It could be shoes. It could be clothes. It could be
Alright.
whatever.
So ladies,
Which brings me to the definition
so
of
how many
financial
of
literacy.
y'all smoke weed?
I smoke weed.
Look at me like this. Now, how much? now, question. So how much is spent on a month on weed at the month?
honestly, I don't know, cause I look at the paper. I don't look at the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Girls,
I look at the thing is, however, like so.
$80 every 4 days.
Hey, but I do ask, man.
But I'm talking about the people who I know that smoke.
I will ask. I be like, how much you spend? And he's like $8. I can get mine free.
For the record, girl,
Look at you.
it's just
I
not
got a brother and nephew. I get mine
She
free.
talking about for the record, girl shouldn't buy weed. It's
It's
just
not
not
attractive.
Cause you need to stop talking. Girl, back.
Okay, so seriously.
No.
Yeah, let me read y'all the definition of financial literacy.
You're
Just in case you all don't know what it is. Financial literacy is the possession of the set of skills and knowledge that allows an individual to make informed and effective decisions in regard to their financial resources. So when we're talking about this, seriously though, I know we've been playing all night, but seriously, you know, we're talking about budgeting, understanding interest rates, credit cards, credit lines, you know, your children's financial future. Like for instance, myself, my daughter is 18 years old. She does have a job. She's in college. I don't make her pay bills. Now, when I say that, I don't mean she does not pay anything. She buys like toiletries. She pays her phone bill for responsibility, so I can teach her that. And then she also pays her own car insurance, and she purchased her own cars. But as far as my bills at home, I don't require her to do that because I do want her to be financially free. She has her own business as well. Yeezy Drip, Y-E-E-E-Z-Y, Yeezy Drip.
Yeah, easy to.
Yeezy Drip, Y-E-E-E-Z-Y Drip.com. But she has her own thing and she saves up so that she can help herself financially. She does not want to graduate with debt. So I allow her to do that. So she wants to live on campus. It's $10,000 to live on campus. For 1 year, it's $10,000. So she's saving that up. So I allow her to do that. Because me, I feel like I could have been more responsible by starting her a college fund, and I did not do that. I do have life insurance and things of that sort, but I did not start any of my children a college fund. I don't really know. I think I am. I asked a question earlier. Do you have a college fund, or are you relying on your grades? Danielle was so smart reading at 3. I think I was relying on her grades. So I don't.
I mean, they got them shit, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, my 19-year-old,
Grades.
I think they kind of, like, because Kyle just said a comment in her. She's like, basically, like, pass it down to your kids or whatever. And with Jaxn, we didn't, like, straight as, like, do A, Y, and Z. However, she's seen us hustle. She's seen me and Jermaine hustle. She's seen her mama hustle. So, her mama gave her a car. It messed up or whatever. I don't even know what happened to it, but it's gone. This baby was working overtime. And she got her in the car on her own. Her daddy went with her, but she was like, today I'm giving me a car. That day she got her a car.
Okay.
So I'm like, they see what we do. Everybody on your boots. They on them, y'all.
Sis, it's on fire. You on fire. You on fire, sis. You on fire.
However, all of it,
They saying the boots
her
are
boots
saying
18 years
boots
old.
are-
For real.
18 what?
18 years old, she yeah.
Oh, still a little good.
Well,
That's what I'm saying.
my daughter is 18, and I just want her to focus on school and the tragedy in our life. I just want her to be happy. So my daughter's never had a job, and that's why I call her my bro best friend, because I do everything for her, and because she's not grown. But if my daughter was to get a job, I would not make her pay a bill. Everything that she has, I would make her save it. Well, not make her, but tell her to save it, because
Well, so
But so not to put
how would you
on the
make
spot,
her
but
gain
women
her
are
own
doing it.
independence?
I mean,
Like, at what point do you feel like it's time to make her gain her own
She still in
independence?
high school?
she is.
Once she
I just want her to
She's a senior.
graduate.
She gonna want that on her own.
I do too. I have
Don't
a
force her.
19-year-old.
She went on her own.
I mean,
But
she
I
wants
didn't-
a job. She
Yeah.
wants a job, but I tell her you don't need one.
She
Focus on
That's
So
right.
my son again, his own independence. He's
Trust
a man. First of all, you're
Well,
going
men
to
are
be a man.
different. I have three boys.
I need him to go wrong.
Men are different, and I just still
Hey,
think about boys.
my daughter gonna stay home.
What you're doing is right, because like when I was her age, my brother made me quit my job. I wanted the job because all my friends had jobs. He was like, no, you don't need to work. I didn't pump gas in my car. I didn't do none of that on my own. I didn't still pump gas. My dad moved out of town. But when it was time for me to step up and level up, I did it on my own. Nobody forced me to do
But
it. So,
everybody ain't like that.
okay, but I'm telling her that she don't have to force her daughter to try to do something to somebody else. She was growing that on her own.
She's still a
So-
child, so
If
You don't want
seeing
that
to
pressure on
me,
her.
she's still a child.
if she's seeing it, she didn't know how.
Yeah.
Okay, but I get what y'all saying. So 3 of y'all agree with each other. I don't know how Kiana feels, but let me tell you all how I feel.
Break it down.
I know somebody right now who did the same exact thing. They didn't. I know a few people actually right now who did the same thing. They did not give their child their responsibility. When you are 14, you're able to work. You don't have to work at that age. But 16, I think you need to start teaching them responsibility. And let me tell you why. I'm saying it because once it's time to accept that responsibility and when it's needed, they can't accept it.
Yeah.
They're wondering, why in the fuck are you asking me anything? Especially if you're involved with someone, if you're a man or a woman, regardless of the gender. They want to know why your gal ain't helping. She be over here all the time. Why your man ain't helping. He be over here all the time. When you're in a financial bind and then your child does have a job, they 19, they still live with you. They got a job, or they 20 or 20, whatever they are, they still live with you because my child can live as long as she wants. Cool. But at a certain age, your ass about to have to start paying something because, come on now,
It's like,
I'm telling you, when it
I'm
gets,
necessarily agree with that.
I'm telling you, I'm
Strokes different folks. Say you got an athlete,
Yeah.
right? A student athlete that's playing, like literally playing sports and got a good chance of going somewhere, got a scholarship over there.
so they're in school. That's what I'm
They're a
saying.
student and they're an athlete and they're a student. You play collegiate sports. There ain't no one thing. That's a year-round thing. You gotta train, you gotta prepare for it.
You
You
got
gotta be in there and doing it.
that's like work. That's
The
a
job.
job. It's
So,
a job.
but
Right.
at the second hand, you still got to fall back on your parents. Your parents helping you out.
That's a different situation now.
But what I'm saying with it is different strokes for
Well,
folks.
Now that,
It's the same
if
thing.
my son or my daughter was in that, like Diane was in heavy into choir. If she would have went for it, like she's the president of choir, she won the, like if you go to Hazelwood Central, my daughter's name is on the wall. You know what I'm saying? If she would have went forward with that singing stuff, then I would have had to back her and I would have been cool with that. I wouldn't have been like, go to. I never told her to go to work because I never made her give me a fucking dollar. That's her money she's saving for her own stuff. You have to. I feel like you have to teach them to budget. I understand that you're saying that you don't do that, but let's think about what we're really saying. You just
I didn't say I don't do that. I said I didn't grow up that way.
See,
However, but it's my point. It's sometimes it depends on what you expose to your child. Some parents don't. I wasn't raised that way. Well, my parents,
let me finish.
Yeah.
I meant to say what you said, like you didn't grow up that way. Do you remember what you just said about 12 minutes ago?
what?
I didn't do nothing on my own. I don't do the budgeting. Jermaine do. That's because of
That's not saying I can't do it. I have anxiety. That's why he takes over because of my anxiety.
Right, but I'm saying I saw my mama do it, so that's why I do it. I'm just saying environment influences behavior.
So what you saying?
I'm not saying nobody's incapable of doing it because you have a strong mind. So you're gonna go and do it, period. You know it need to be done. But some people, if they're not molded into that, then they feel like motherfuckers. And I feel like dudes who be leaning on fucking women, and I promise to God, they mama didn't teach them how to do shit half the time. And I'm not lying. Like I know at least 100 of them niggas, and I'm not even lying. They do not, like I swear, they were not taught.
Well,
They were not taught.
That's why it's up to us.
It ain't up to nothing.
No, what I'm saying is
not the woman. Okay,
yeah, no, I'm saying that at that point because
She a flashback.
right.
I'm saying I don't feel like you have to mold someone to be anything because what's in you is in you.
I'm talking as a parent. I'm not talking as a man or
As a
woman.
parent, what's in you is in you.
I'll speak
Rather
because
than
I have boys
it's in you.
and
No,
I have
some
a
stuff you
girl.
can't solve.
I only got one girl. I got 5 kids. 4 of my children are boys,
And 3 of
one
mine
is
are
a
boys
girl.
and 1 is a girl.
When I say my oldest that has graduated from high school, you know, I'm like, Keon, stop playing this. Like you already
That's your
know.
twin, that's your boo.
Like all the way around, like he's a respectable guy, mannerable, you know what I'm saying?
Shit, yeah.
Know how to work his way around through life, like trying to work his way through, like however hard worker, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But
At the end of the day, I taught my kids to be independent, not teach my daughter
exactly.
as well.
And even
As
him,
well, but at the same time, like my oldest son is married. He had a full scholarship for wrestling. Like,
There you go.
I didn't have to pay anything for college. He had everything was paid.
But that comes back to my post. Whether you rely on their grades or some kind of deal.
No.
Financial, because we talk about financial literacy. We're not talking about molding nobody.
that's what I'm trying to get back to.
If my
That's what I'm
son
trying to
didn't get
talk
a
about.
scholarship, then his mother, as me, I would have picked up that slack.
Yeah, you're right.
As you should have.
If you could.
This is where I feel like and this is where I feel like maybe, and let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know if I'm wrong, but this is where I start maybe feeling like we start to differentiate because the thing, what I teach my son is listen. If you're gonna go to school and you're gonna go to college and what it is, especially with college and this whole financial institution thing, because they don't teach us how to be independent. What they do is they teach you to go to be an employee for a motherfucker who got their own shit. They don't go to
You can go to school for
Okay, so
entrepreneurship.
listen, so let me finish. So what I'm saying is this.
They don't teach that.
If you gonna go for the knowledge. Just go to soak that shit in and gain that shit. Just for you to know how the fuck to move
And
when
then
you
owe
do shit.
$60,000.
Right, but let me finish talking. Can I finish talking?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teach social skills. The social skills are real important.
Yeah, one person.
You too.
I'm talking to her about what she's talking about though.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, what I've always taught my son to do is if you're gonna go to college, don't go just because it's the status quo or if that's the thing to do. Because your mama and your grandma said, if you're gonna go for the knowledge and pick that shit up for the knowledge for you to be for your independence. That's it. Soak that shit in and use that shit. You don't pick that shit up for you. Exactly. None of that. We're not doing it. And see, that's a whole fucking problem with this whole with the government, you know, and the institutionalized and all that.
People don't.
That's what they do.
But it's not what you know, it's who you know.
And not even just that, but what they try to do is they try to teach you to be employees for the next motherfucker. They don't teach you independence. They don't teach you like financial literacy. That shit that we talking about.
That's big facts. Everything you just
They
said.
don't do that.
And I got
That should be a subject in high school that they should be required to
that because that's what Beyond Housing does. You know, they do the freedom school, they do all that, and they focus on our culture. So now, yes, she did get that. So I can't say that she didn't get it. She didn't get it in high school. She got it. But they should be teaching them that. You're right.
I ain't lie to you.
They should be teaching
But those who
They should have been teaching us that shit. That shit should have been gone way back before that.
So
This is
some
not
people
nothing
dream
new.
is working, being a nurse or being a lawyer. And some people want to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they work for somebody until they get their own firm. You know what I'm saying? So you need school for that.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So take advantage of it if you can. Everybody ain't built to do their own thing, be their own boss.
They not. No,
Everybody
they're
not
not.
But why not at least give them the option?
Somebody
At least give them the option. And
I'm
just say, okay, well, you won't go that way, you won't go this way. Like,
What
however.
you mean? What you mean?
Somebody has to be the follower amongst
Harlan just said, everybody don't have the option, like,
No, not the option. Don't have the background, have the personality, have the it. You know what I'm saying? Be your own boss.
to be on boss. Okay, so guess what? So,
Everybody got it.
yeah, and you're right about
Yeah,
it.
right,
Like,
yeah.
for real, I'm with you
So
on
some
that.
people is yes man. Like,
So
yes
at
man.
least give them the option.
When you
You
say
know,
I'm
that's
saying
all
go to
I'm
school or don't go to school,
No, I'm saying, whether it be that too, yes.
I'm just trying to see what
Because,
you're
like,
saying.
It's school not for everybody.
I think what she's saying is that they
You know
don't
what I'm saying? I got
like certain
older
they don't
brothers, you know
teach
what I'm
like,
saying?
okay, so
Older
this is
brothers.
this is what you in, but however, this is how you get to where I'm at. That's what you're saying, like
Yes.
that's-
Yes.
Okay.
Like I'm saying, like if you're gonna go that route, remember why the fuck you doing this shit. You get what I'm saying? Take
Don't
advantage.
settle.
Yeah, don't say take advantage and remember why you even doing it. Don't do this for the degree. If anything, do it for the knowledge and the game to benefit yourself and how you're going to move
And
forward.
let me take
What your
that.
goals is.
Because like you said, like me, for instance, like I told you all, I have a communication degree. After I got that communication degree, graduated, honors and everything, baby, I tried for social media director, I tried for site director, I tried for communication
What
specialist.
they tell you?
They told me you need some experience.
They said,
So
okay,
and that's where Let's Talk came in. If they asked me, have you ever managed a Facebook group? Have you ever not Facebook? They said social media platform. Have you ever?
What?
Yes, that's what they asked. And I'm like, no, and fuck no. So I'm like, oh hell no. I'm about to let me show them what I'm able to do, especially when you combine strong people together.
Exactly.
What you do. 'Cause you can't.
What you told just say.
So
How? You don't even have to.
But although I'm degreed, like you said, it's not for everybody. But what I would say, if your child does want to go to college, I would encourage them to start right after high school. I would say, go ahead and take a break because that's where they get fucked up.
See,
Don't take a break. If you want to be an entrepreneur, go ahead.
No,
You know, I'm
I'm gonna tell you something about Keon. We was just having this talk literally yesterday.
Let's see what I learned.
Okay.
No. Well, what I learned, guys, is right. If since I went to college, right, I got my bachelor's, I got my master's degree. But I was just going to getting degrees. I didn't have like a goal what I wanted to actually do with my degree.
You just like I'm here.
I'm gonna here's going to get this. Now I'm gonna get this. Now I'm gonna get this. So I really had like a goal to like is a school teacher. And I love the kids, but I don't really want to school teach.
Okay.
So my kids, I'm just get it.
Look at
So my kids, right? I make sure my kids know they want to go to school for. I'm saying so they want to go to school for before they get there.
Right.
Is y'all gonna go? Y'all gonna start taking those classes? Is y'all planning for? So they're going to waste their time.
or
Yeah.
money.
They waste their money.
Right.
There's the Russian train.
Cause they put us in debt with that shit too. Like I don't like for real, y'all. Stop playing.
Cause y'all know it's late bloomers too. So like, if Jariah
And Jariah's her daughter.
she's about to graduate and she don't know what she want to do, I'm not just gonna like Jariah. You got to figure it out. Go to college.
Right.
If you don't know what you want to do, man, we finna brainstorm and figure it out.
Exactly. That's what I did with Keon. Like, bro, we're not doing it. Before you put your life in debt, because if you think about it, that's what the fuck they be trying to do.
See, Diane got a full ride, and she's saving up so she can
And
do
there ain't nothing wrong with
You know what I'm
and
saying?
you know what's crazy? People try to make you feel bad for your children graduating high school and not going straight into their shit.
It ain't got to.
That don't have nothing to do with it. Like, we're going to have a plan. I'm not going to sit here and let my fucking son sink into a debt and figure out we're not doing it. So if you gotta have a job for 1 year or whatever, that's what we gonna do, man. Until we
Right, and like I said, everybody's situation.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not embarrassed about that.
Because like, oh, he probably got straight A's and didn't get a fucking
And he
football
did.
scholarship. That's different than somebody who, you know, they may not
like this. And
Get her.
Do it across the screen, right? Hey,
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 hey. We sorry again. I'm sorry.
Wait, no.
Kiana made these, so this is why we're acting like that today.
Oh, you gonna blame it on me? Okay, y'all. Blame it on me.
She don't like a bartender, don't know. I tip her. I tip her.
Let's play money's. Cash out to me.
Okay, now some of these comments real quick. Hey Dale, I'm so sorry. Hey Dale. Thank you, Nisha Fire. I don't know what you're talking about, Fire, but I know we are. I'm just kidding. Dark Susan says that her child pays household bills and buys toiletries like my daughter. Dark Susan says that her son is 18 and actually followed in the footsteps. Her mom made her pay bills out the gate when she was in high school, home bills. Marshall said the child should stay in
Marshawn. Go
What
back
I say?
to Marshall.
That's because I mixed up Marshall. Sorry, Marshall.
Sorry, Marshawn.
Because he, like, yeah, Marshall something else. I don't want him to get me. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Marshall, sorry. No, seriously. So, Marshawn said the child should stay in a child's place and not worry about what they're doing. I shouldn't even read that.
Right.
Okay, Jay said mine was at 16 during the summertime. All your boys is central. Let's see what else we got. It's very important to teach the youth about finances early. Keep them out of debt. Life changes can put anyone not financially prepared in debt, and this can lead to depression. That is absolutely true. Michelle said it's getting heated. Oh no, we ain't gonna never get that heated where we got put in. Kai said, do you guys feel that you are financial responsibility and make effective decisions regarding your money and financial stability? Absolutely. Me? Absolutely.
What?
Do you feel that you are financially responsible and make effective decisions regarding your money and your financial stability?
Oh, yeah.
I'm not even gonna lie, I do now. I didn't then.
Hey, cuz, what's up, cuz? I miss you. My cousin Kenny, he moved to SATL. He said he thinks that everyone should go to a community college first, finish off their associates, and then see if they want their bachelor's afterwards. He went straight to the university and finished in 2 years and got the credits with no diploma and more debt. It's a pro and a con. So totally understandable. Jay says that they tried and it wasn't for them. And Shay, I don't know what you're saying, it just got too
She probably meant no.
Oh, she said no. Shay said no. So we're gonna move on to credit. So credit is very, very, very important. Your credit score, open credit lines. Are you all familiar with, like, you know, what's considered a good credit score, what's considered a bad credit score? The difference between, like, some shit that you see on Credit Karma versus your actual FICO credit score.
So was it good? Was it good, bad, poor?
Fair.
Fair. They use fair. Good, fair.
So right, I started off in a real bad credit score. I had
You
like
didn't have no credit.
I had a 580.
You didn't have no credit, right? That's worse than bad credit. Not having no
I
credit.
don't know if I had. I think I had a whole lot of. I had like 22 medical bills, y'all.
Typically, when you about to graduate, them credit card officers coming in.
Yeah, now I get some. I throw them clean in the trash.
I wouldn't wait. I would actually let her get one. Let her.
I put her on mine.
I would let her get gas, whatever, and just pay it. You know what I'm saying? Pay it out, but yeah. That way.
Put the kid on your credit card and build their credit up.
So I was gonna touch on that next.
That's smart.
But as far as like a lot of people don't know, if you go to Credit Karma, it might say you got 717 credit score. That's not accurate. It's
not accurate.
No. So like Credit Wise, Credit Sesame, and Credit Karma. So the good things about those.
I go to Credit Karma.
But it's different.
But the good things about those is that they do give you your derogatory marks. So they tell you what's actually on your credit and what you need to fix, but your score is most likely inaccurate. So if you're going to try to buy a car, you're going to try to beat the people up because they talking about you got a 567 and they said you had a 717 because it's inaccurate. I just want y'all to know that on all three of those. But if you go to somebody like trying to buy a house or a car, those are your FICO credit scores. And it's actually an auto FICO and a house FICO, a home FICO. So it's two totally different FICO. So be mindful of that. And then as far as like your credit,
it's different times of the month too that your credit score go up and go down too.
Yeah, it's different times of the month. it can go up and down. And like when you even thinking about credit cards are good to have, but I want you to keep in mind that, yeah, see, if you get a credit card and they give you like a $200 credit limit, don't get you cool and go buy an Adidas outfit with the $200 because it's gonna make your credit score go down. The goal is to stay under 30% utilization total credit line.
Let's be paying right off.
You can pay it right off.
Let's be paying it right off.
That's what I do.
They ain't gonna hurt
But
you
I'm
at all.
saying like it don't hurt you if you stay at 29 and under.
Facts.
But me, if I buy something for $300, 30 days, it's paid completely out. I'm not. If I pay at 35, they be trying to trick y'all. They tell you pay your bill $673. Just pay $35. Whatever you got left, that's gonna have whatever interest rate. If it's 25. So they trick you into thinking, oh, you pay the minimum and your credit score is increasing, but it's actually not. It's messing you up.
If possible, never pay the minimum. If you
I
can pay
don't
more
know
than the
who
minimum,
would
pay more than the
think
minimum.
that. Like, I don't care how dumb you are. If you think because you pay the minimum it's gonna help you, it's not. I've never
But if you
paid
can afford, if you can only afford to pay the minimum, by all means, pay that minimum. Don't pay it late. Pay it on time. Because if you pay it late, then they gonna ding you for that. But yeah,
I'm telling you, I will run it up.
what?
It's
It's a real good security net. Like a credit card to me is something like savings. Forget that, if possible, forget that you got it. Don't touch it unless you're trying to. If you're trying to build your credit, then use it. But if not, use that security net.
Yeah. So like.
So what's considered a bad credit score? Let me see something in the bad one.
So I know. So you can purchase a home, and it used to be 620, but I heard it changed to 640.
Is that bad?
No, because mine was 618, and I couldn't get no house. I had to work to get that 620. That nobody would approve me.
Well,
It's
yeah,
620.
yeah.
620 is not bad, but it's not good. It's fair. It's good enough to buy a house.
So
I would
so it's pretty
say
good.
be above that if possible. Because when you finna buy a house,
So that's
You
what
better
your
have
credit
pretty
card
good.
I know some people say when you finna buy a house, they want everything. They
Ooh,
want
so
some
annoying.
taxes. Man.
Hey, they go
And you
back.
better have your money in your account for a certain amount of
Gotta
time.
be there.
And you can't mess that money. Don't touch that money.
Hey, listen, don't abort for nobody. Gonna ask where the money come from.
Yes.
Don't try to go to money next
I
time.
told them I had like $1,800 of my $7,000 that I had put down on my house. I had $1,800 in scholarships. I had to prove $7,000.
Oh,
Because I thought the first, and that's another good thing to talk about. First time homeowners. Everybody like, oh, I got the first time home. I didn't get that because my debt to income ratio is too high. So don't try to go buy a house and you know you got a car note that's $600 and you know your fucking rent or your mortgage is $900 and you only make $2,000 a month. You're not gonna
So
get
how do you even?
It's on the amount of house. The
mine
amount
ain't something.
is the amount of the house.
Yeah, mine ain't something.
Right, so see, well, y'all just differentiated. Okay, so where is the financial literacy to teach our people?
the house that you want.
You pay more than that.
I mean, 1,800.
Yeah.
What the rest of the money?
I pay more than that. You pay more than that.
Oh shit.
So see what I'm saying? This confusion right here. This confusion right here is where do our children, especially at a point to where they understand what is the cutoff point, what do you start, what do you know, where you go. And this is where I get upset about with this whole situation is that they don't learn this shit
This was so mean.
way before, they become independent. That's my problem. I feel like this
What
is
you
something.
I was trying to hear you because they typed the sidebar.
Excuse us.
I can't concentrate on her question.
What I was saying is this confusion right here. It's to where y'all was just talking about, okay, what's the credit score, what we gotta have, what's this, what's that,
Yeah, you
what's
gotta
this, what's that thing. I feel like this is something that our kids should be learning
Early.
early. What I'm saying is this.
It's just early.
To the point that we're almost 40. I don't know about y'all and half or whatever, but
40.
at this table.
Yeah, almost 60.
Okay, well, even at that point, that make it even
Yeah,
more.
I'm good
You know what?
with
That proves my point even more. It proves my point even more to where these institutions that claim that they're teaching our children and college and everything, to where this is the life that they're supposed to be living. It is not. It is not the life they're supposed to live. They're not teaching our children
That's our job. That's what the deal is basically. That's why they not.
Yeah, but if it's not our job, where do we learn from? They need to start with us.
We should learn it from our parents.
Exactly. That's the point
Or
I'm trying
just
to
like,
make.
or just experience.
Exactly. That's the point I'm trying to make. So start somewhere.
Crazy.
Like
So,
where we
so what do y'all,
start?
what do you all have to say about what
Me and her son's birthday on the same day this time.
Yeah.
No, okay, that's perfect. But what we're trying to figure out right now is what she's talking about.
I agree with Kiana 100%.
I agree from
She said that she doesn't believe that girls lick people in their game. You said you don't.
Yes, that's not what she said.
That's not what she
No.
said.
Hey, she said,
No, I'm looking at them because they were listening.
And I agree with that.
Because I'll be a teacher.
I agree with that 100%. But a lot of those things, they're not going to teach you in the school. So like you said, like you teach your son. Your son still got to be taught at home. Because they're not going to teach you in no college. They're going to teach you in no school.
Right.
High school.
So if you do go that route to, college and have one, suck that shit in to apply it to your life and how the fuck that shit is gonna go into your shit for your own financial
So you use
gain.
Because it works.
Like you can, it do, and you can. You know what I'm saying? But don't go so deep into that fucking lifestyle to where that's all that it is. Is that because that's what the fuck they're trying to do? They're trying to take you. They're trying to take you into that shit to where it's your lifestyle to where you're not independent. You don't have no independence. You only sole purposely just in this whole everything that you've learned or everything that they're trying to teach you is for you to be dependent on another source. They're not teaching these kids to be dependent on themselves. And that shit I don't like that. That shit pisses me off, like for real. And I will tell my child, and I told my child, this ain't no fucking secret. Like, yo, if you feel like this whole situation is just for you to go and do what everybody is telling you to do, to the point where it's a thing to where, I'm just gonna go to college just because I feel like this is the right thing to do, or this is what everybody is telling me to do. No, if anything, go for your own financial gain. Go for the purpose of why you're there. If anything, if you're gonna suck that information in for you to be independent into your own shit, we gotta make sure that these kids have a plan, y'all, like for real, because they got a whole plan for us. You know what I'm saying? Like they for real legit. Yeah, like they for real legit got this shit set up.
Plan, not just children. We all need a plan.
Right.
Yeah, we all need.
Because at the end of the day, we put too much power in their hands for them saying they're going to control our kids.
Yeah.
Like I said, like I told the girl you said earlier today, you said what you do with your son. And we all know we all do the same thing. As parents, you got to make sure we instill things in our kids. They're not going to teach you in the school. So like you said, like you teach your son. You know, education system, I'm saying, to teach them A, B, and C. Especially a certain thing, have your own business. Because like I said, a lot of people is going
and we bring up that. That's what we need to talk about next. Entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
Right.
So like, go ahead. Come on.
Because
I was just gonna say, like,
at the end of the day, school can only teach you so much, but you have to reiterate that when you get home.
It's a whole
They
institution.
teach you black and white. What's in the books.
Yeah.
So like he touched on entrepreneurship. That's another bullet point in regards to financial literacy. 4 of us are, she is his associate, with his business. But we all 4 of us, we have our own business. She has Cole's Custom Creation. She creates all type of jewelry. I have Trap House Grub, DBA Morienda's Catering, and she has Serenity Bliss, and he's already talked about his business that he has, and that's really, really important for you to tell your children, like, you don't have to be no yes, what you call it? A yes man or a yes no. Yeah, but you don't have to do that. You can work for yourself. I have a problem with authority, period. But I didn't make it this far. I was doing this for a while. But seriously, like, I really admire Serenity Bliss, and let me tell you why. Like, I do it with my daughter Madison, my middle daughter that's 11 years old. But her daughter Zion, she works with her hand in hand with her Serenity Bliss Naturals. She makes the stuff with her. She goes to pop-up shops with her. She helps her create a budget. She helps her write down inventory. Like that's what you're supposed to do. You don't have to work for you. You don't have to work for anybody.
And we just said, right? She teaches. She not relying on the school system to teach her. Take your daughter how to say.
And when she retired, I'm her teacher, so in her hands.
Exactly.
That's a
How she
Yeah,
got that
Sheree
girl?
out.
She got that baby.
Sheree.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know that's how cousins
yeah.
too.
You know, yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's like our like
Yeah.
family.
That's how I met
Yeah.
Sheree.
You know, I think it's out first.
Yeah, like remember she was like, wait a minute, what's that mama? I was like, wait a minute.
Like when I DJ, my daughter be like,
Yeah.
when I DJ, my daughter be like, my mama DJ, or like when I go to the bathroom, my daughter take over. Like,
Yeah. Right, your little mini sons, like she got a big girl. And that's something that they have in common. They both got all boys and one girl. I got 3 girls.
Hey, and your one girl's turn, yeah.
They just leave. My one girl, she be like, okay, so what I gotta do, what I have to have, or whatever. Like she's on point. Like I don't have to.
You know what? If it's the same way when you 2 girls on point, the same thing. Like my son, he's like on point with everything.
you got one daughter.
I got 2 girls.
You got 2
I got 2 girls, 1 boy.
He's saying like
And
the one.
Same thing.
Okay.
Like he be on point with it.
I got
Again, he
3
looking
girls
at the
right
girls doing a good job too. I'm saying, but he's seeing them, they do what I'm saying. See,
Because they be
like easy for him, I guess.
have.
So yeah, we talked about.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
What's going on today? Why? Because I'm here, ain't no food here.
What?
Well, we're at Rox's house.
You can go that way.
She don't know.
Hey, look, I see y'all eating and y'all
I
know.
feel like my feelings is hurt. You know I be hungry.
First of all, that
But
motherfucker.
You gotta just get
Y'all family, but if I had like my let's talk, audience here, y'all would have ate.
Hey,
Girl,
hey,
nobody talking about
I
that.
told them go find
That
something.
damn queso, baby. You got that queso on point, so I ain't trying to hear nothing about your little, what is it? Not queso, but
No,
go ahead.
no,
Girls,
last time we was Rock's house, she had all type of stuff.
She did. She
So,
did.
Actually, we brought half of that when we came in. It was set up already.
No, because I was here first.
Hey, where the fuck are Christmas trees and shit that our girl Keisha made, baby?
In the car.
Keisha, if y'all need any party planning or anything like that, her sister, she do all
She
the
made
party
desserts.
planning. She made desserts. She made chocolate covered pretzels. She made chocolate stuff. She made everything.
Girl,
Let me apologize for that time.
Christmas trees and Oreos in the car.
We are missing some ladies. We missing Kai. We missing Lachey. We missing Emily, Vega. See, Yan. Now, Yan and Vega and Kai act out like we act out. But Ebony and Lachey would have been more of a control and we would have been on point.
Every would have been rich.
She got number today, so we trying to just like
Right, y'all.
freestyling.
And I got a whole thing to every
Book
book
point and yeah, we just
Emily would have been like, okay, back on the subject. Shay would have brought it back in. You know. But you know, it's all right. Next time in 2 weeks.
Keep rolling. You gotta jump.
she gonna pay.
But seriously though, y'all, as far as like the credit, I will be offering a credit course, and I'm serious right now. I'll be offering a credit course. It's going to be called a crash credit course with Trail, all K's, but not KK. Never mind.
No jump aside, I will be attending.
I will too, because clearly.
Crash credit course with Trail. KKKK.
Oh.
You know what? That's too close. No.
Can't say that.
I'm just trying to make.
Oh.
No.
I'm not
Okay,
taking
okay,
myself out of
No.
the situation.
We don't come with a
You keep on getting up.
Hey,
That's like saying
she said
triple A is double A. That is not the same goddamn thing.
It don't matter. It's too close.
Oh.
It's too
I'm
close.
sorry, y'all know what I'm saying. But no, for real, y'all serious. My credit score is about like 802 or something like that.
Mine's just the 2.
Hey, I need to try to get this new car.
You just got to do
What
it.
is like that?
I want to
That's
get
what you
another
got
car.
married for.
You just
Team.
I'm trying to get another car. I'm trying to get another car.
No, but seriously, yeah, I will be offering a credit course. It's going to be very affordable for everybody. Where I'll offer credit course crash tips so you can get your credit score up. Mine's started at like a 570 or something. And
So she literally gonna tell you like how to get it there. It's not like gonna be like,
I'm
this is
not
what
gonna
I
do it
need.
for
She
you.
gonna every situation is different, a different situation. Everybody's credit ain't the same. So she take the time out to
802.
I'm just going to give you all
Credit score,
tips.
stop it.
And then you all can take notes about what you can do, what you can't do, the do's and the don'ts, and things like that. This is like, I didn't know this. This is real. This is
In Walmart, mine is 2. If I open them on purpose.
Nicole, baby, I'm so serious. Can you please sit?
That girl, I have to take this.
Okay, Okay, y'all, so at the end of the day, we're just gonna give y'all some advice. The advice will be to try to budget more, support your children, whether they want to go to college or not, and if you are an entrepreneur, then try to teach them and lead them to go in your path if they don't want to go to college, because again, like they said, Nicole and Kiana said, it's not for everybody. It's not. It's just not. It's for me, but it ain't for everybody. Like my middle daughter, Madison, she's like, I don't want to go to college. She just know now. I'm like, Dad, you 11. What are you talking about?
But she gonna be a
She
chef, cause so it don't
all
matter.
right, you absolutely right. But
Yeah.
I'm just kind of like, girl, okay,
Well,
well, you need to go. I kind of just feel like you just need to have it to lean on, because even though my last job, I was able to get $2 more than everybody else because
That is
of my degree. You know what I'm saying?
It is true, but how many people got degrees and ain't even using the degrees or making money without the degrees? That's you, but everybody just some people got making money without the degrees. They ain't even using
Half
the
of
degrees.
people
They
who go
got
to
to
school don't even use it.
I'm doing cool. I'm not using my
That's what I'm saying, because that's what I'm trying to do right now, because I graduated at
I was
19.
making
That's
nice
what you wanna do,
money
though.
with-
But
Hey, Chris.
yeah, some people
It's not
can't.
like I'm
You
telling
can,
it's
but
not.
it's everybody can't get
It's
there.
It's not everybody,
Like
but
AT&T, they make a lot of money. Everybody can't get hired there. Everybody can't even handle that.
I wouldn't
Everybody
make a lot of money.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You
It's
have to do
about
something
your way
that
of
you like.
life.
But it ain't about money all the time. It's about what you like.
But we won't
it's for everybody.
like it.
Like we just said last night.
I got friends that work at GM. I got two friends.
I work the charter every month. Besides my regular paychecks, I was bringing home pretty much an income tax check every single month. So you can do
So
it.
did you like it?
I do like it, but you want to
That's what I'm saying.
But that's my thing. People go get these degrees. People go get these degrees and then they get it and don't get a job and they find out this is not what they want to do. Everybody,
But the
I
percentage
give it to you. You know what you want to do. That's
Yeah.
you. Everybody not like that.
But most people, when you look at the statistics, the people who actually graduated, they want to do what they did. Like,
girl.
look at the statistics. I said graduate. I didn't say go for 3 semesters.
No,
I said
no,
I said
no.
Life changes. Life changes.
No,
Life
it's
changes.
the graduated people. It's
No,
like
I'm
this
doing a
shit.
lot of people I know. I know a lot of educated
I-
people.
No, I know, and I do like it
I do
as well, baby.
But they
And-
normally
No.
want to do what they doing. Like, you know, like.
It's a lot of them that's not.
Hey,
It's a lot of them that's
look,
not
I
serious.
I said statistically. I'm talking
Hey.
about statistically. That means it's been looked up.
Because I'm a good example.
That's,
I
but
was
it's
a
still
school
not
teacher.
true.
I was a school teacher. I decided that's what I
It's
want to
not
do.
us.
First of all, how many people do y'all actually really know that actually graduated from college?
I know one person.
We know him.
You said you asked question. You said how
I
many.
know a lot of people that graduate.
So we answer the
I
question.
can't say that. I can't. The people who I know are people who I
I
like.
can say, honestly say,
Names
that a
people
lot.
who.
Well, she ain't got the name.
The reason why I said that is because I had a conversation with your mom and your aunt. I had that
That don't
conversation.
have nothing to do with who I know.
Well, I'm talking about that conversation. I'm going back.
Yeah, we off subject.
We're talking about financial.
Okay, but it's going left. It's going left. Like you
It's
can't
not.
you
What
want
I'm
to name
saying
y'all.
is, I be around a lot of educated people.
We
okay?
are with the trend.
You don't have to get a degree to be educated. That's what everybody in our people need to understand. You do not need to get a degree to be educated. There are a lot of different ways that you can be educated
It is
without a degree.
We already
And we're
talked
not
about that.
right. No, what
Hey,
I'm saying is
and-
that's what you just said.
No, look,
But
that's.
don't get a degree if you don't get one.
If you choose to get one, get one. If you choose not to, it's okay. Don't
Hey,
get
look,
it.
look like this, right? I tell people all the time.
I just said that.
I'm the only one. Look,
I'm just saying, don't get
no,
one.
listen, here we go, listen.
Don't get one.
So look, plain example, right? So look, I got a master's degree and I got a bachelor's science, right? I got my siblings who don't got no degree before it's college. And they very well educated. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you don't have, so I got brothers that read all day long. I mean, they're very educated, you know what I'm saying, for books and, you know what I'm saying, street level, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's more than just, like what we did, it's more than just books. Even though we got books and we got
It's
outside
common.
books.
It's
It's
common.
all,
It's
it's a
street.
lot of ways, you know what I'm saying, to be educated.
It's life itself. Life
I'm
is
street smart and book smart. I was blessed with
Yeah,
this.
you are, you are.
I'm
I'm
That's true.
common, I'm street, and I'm book. So
All
if them-
I know is
Don't
I'm
make
people.
nobody better than me or
Yes,
you know
you
more
want
than
it by
me.
any means. It's
No.
right.
That's because
I'm
you
sorry.
got that. I can go through a experience.
To me, it does. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I'm not saying better like that, but I'm saying
because it's
better candidate, a better
Okay,
candidate for
so
it.
listen. So you
Not a better
Everybody
person.
told me niggas
So
get
let's
in
say
line.
this. So let's say this.
Not a better
Tell
person.
me, tell
So
me,
let's
let's
say
talk to
this. Let's say
Keep
this.
going.
Let's go
Let's
here.
talk too.
Let's go. Let's do this.
It's a lot of dumb motherfuckers in CEO positions.
Hey, it's a lot
like an internship is
I'm
nice.
simply on this like.
Internship is experience. It is experience.
I'm not saying that it's her shit.
But she didn't say it wasn't experience.
Right, I didn't say that. I'm not saying that internship is not experience. What I'm saying is experience is the best teacher, and that's all you gonna get. I don't give a fuck if you have a fucking master's, a fucking bachelor's, whatever. If you don't have that experience, you ain't shit, and you ain't
have to
shit.
have both.
Period. No,
You have to have both.
You
But
don't.
it's good to
No,
have.
no.
It's easy. It might be easy for you
I
to
just
have.
want
both,
y'all
but you don't have
to
to.
just steer me where I need to.
You got it. What you mean? You
No,
got it.
no. I'm talking about as far as y'all making it seem like I can just go and wipe the wall and then have a get a job and then.
Well,
Okay, let me
because
ask you. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this.
No, I'm
Let me
saying
ask you this.
experience.
Let me ask you this because you good at what you do. Okay. Let me ask you. Let me ask you. Let me ask you.
I'm talking about the full thing.
No, whatever you do, you don't even be good at it. But however, you got these degrees. I don't have no degree. What are you doing that I'm not doing? What are you able to accomplish that I'm not able to accomplish?
It depends.
What happened?
Oh, you what?
No. She do got a point there.
Because you
No.
everything you got, I got.
For certain jobs.
Me and you can
For
go.
certain jobs, she's gonna get that you can't get just because her degree alone.
It doesn't
No.
stop you.
If you go
That's a lie.
that mean HR, I got the HR for 3 years now.
I couldn't even get a job at HR.
I promise.
Experience.
If you go apply for a job, right? And so you got a degree, she got a degree, you go.
Not necessarily because I passed up that had experience, but because I had the experience,
And
which I didn't pass up something.
then I want to take this person.
Like, what do they work? They find out a sick.
Hire you
A lot of
to
people
when you
with
take
experience.
down your person.
No, they cannot. No, I swear to God. I swear to God. You know how many people I talk to that was like, oh my God, I've been trying to get her, I've been trying to, they got this degree, that degree, whatever, and I don't have neither one of them. And I did it, bitch. Because I got this. You got this. Exactly.
Then they will get hired first.
Listen,
You go
yeah,
in.
but I
That
think
didn't happen. That's what I'm trying to tell you. That does not happen. When I'm trying to
She got experience.
When I want to talk about the job, I'm just saying like in life. Because I can,
This person got the
not saying this, but I
What
can
would you do?
I can sell drugs.
If you wanted somebody
This person
person, let's
was-
talk.
people had a
No, for real. Let's go. Put yourself in a managerial position. Okay, bitch? Okay.